So let's move on to confidence interval multiple samples. This section of the course outline focuses on confidence interval for multiple samples. A powerful tool for comparing the population parameters of two or more groups. This technique allows us to determine whether there are significant differences between the groups based on the collected sample data. And here's the 4 steps involved. First, calculate the sample statistic, and second, determine the confidence level. Third, calculate the confidence interval, and lastly, interpret the results. First, calculate the sample statistic. First, we need to calculate the sample means and standard deviation or proportions for each of the groups being compared. And second, determine the confidence level, and we need to choose a confidence level at least 95% that reflects the desired level of certainty in our results. Third, calculate the confidence interval. Using the appropriate statistical formula, we calculate the confidence interval for the difference between the population parameters of the groups, and lastly, interpret the results. If the confidence interval includes 0, it suggests that there is no statistically significant difference between the groups. However, if the confidence interval does not include 0, it implies that there is no significant difference between the groups. And here's the key knowledge, the assumption and statistical test. First, assumptions. Confidence intervals for multiple samples rely on a certain assumption about the data, such as normality in equal variances. And second, statistical test. Confidence intervals are closely related to hypothesis tests, which are used to formally test for differences between the groups. And I have tips: sample size and data distribution. First, sample size. Larger sample sizes generally to lead a narrower confidence intervals, providing more precise estimates of the population parameters. And second, data distribution. The choice of the statistical method depends on the distribution of the data. For example, different methods are used for normally distributed data versus non-normally distributed data. In conclusion, intervals for multiple samples provide a valuable tool for comparing the population parameters of the different groups. By understanding the concepts and steps involved, we can effectively analyze the data and draw meaningful conclusions about the differences between the groups.